in the time that I give you. I don't think anyone will be able to find all of them, but even if you can find 4 or 5 or 6, that would be good. And the reason I want you to do this is not to learn about Jupiter, but it's so you can kind of see how the questions were created. That's the whole point. 10 fill in the blank, 3 true false, and 2 multiple choice. 15 questions from 1 page. So you'd be happy I'm not your astronomy teacher, because if we had a 30-page chapter, that'd be 450 questions. That'd be scary, right? So I want you to, again, just take this and start looking around. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop you there. Again, whether you got a lot of answers or just a few, that's okay either way. Normally, when you do something like this, you wouldn't do it the way we just did it. You would create some questions and type them up or write them out, and then after you've read the material, you'd go back and test yourself and maybe even make copies of it and test yourself several times until you learned it. But I wanted you, again, whenever you find an answer, you think, oh, there it is, right there, and that's, again, how you learn how to make these. I'm going to give you the answers to these, and again, you're never going to need to know this ever in your life unless you take an astronomy class, but I just want to see how you did on this. The first one is 10. Number 2 is 1664. Number 3 is Earth. 4 is 6. Number 5 is the spelling word for the day, which is equatorial. Number 6 is detail. 7, you all should have known that one because we looked at that. What is the answer for that? Sun, right? And then number 8 is Saturn. Number 9 is 50,000. 10 is another one you should know, and that's helium. And then number 1 under the true false, did anybody get that one?
True?
Yeah, it's true. It actually says that directly, right? How about number 2?
Is it false?
It's false. What did it say on the page? Yeah, it says that the ring is thin. So I put thick, opposite of it, right? And then how about number 3? Anybody get that? That one's also false. It actually says right there on the page, Jupiter's atmosphere does not rotate as a solid unit. So again, I gave you the opposite. Then under the multiple choice, number 1 is D, and number 2 is A. Okay, and again, regardless of how many you got, that was just to show you how those kind of questions are created. Okay, and so to follow up on this, and for the last little teaching of the day, I want to talk to you just for a couple minutes about studying, thank you, with a partner or group. Did anybody else miss the sign-in sheet, or did it get to everybody? Yeah, we're good? Okay, let me do this now so I can, okay, good. So I'll let these teachers know. How many of you have ever studied for a test with another person or a small group? Okay, a few of you. How did it work? Was it helpful, not helpful?
Not helpful.
Yeah. You know what some people have said? Really helpful. Other people, they don't even say anything. Just, oh. They got together at somebody's house. The snacks were wonderful. They sampled every snack in the whole house. They spent half the time complaining about the teacher, and then they left saying, thanks, this was great. And then as they walked away, they thought, we didn't even really do anything. Other times it works. I'm going to give you one idea. It's not the only one, but it's worked well for students in the past about how you can study with one other person or a small group. And here's what it is. Let's say that your teacher today in your class gives you the information that you have a test coming up 2, 3, 4 weeks down the line, and that it's going to cover chapters 8 through 10